What I watched on Netflix.
Good day, guys, gals, and everyone. Michael Tadlock back here. And actually, if you watched my last video, I welcomed everyone to the new brand Cultsploitation. And that's where I'll now be doing my videos. Doesn't mean anything's changed, just means, well, I guess the only thing that's changed is the name. And Ryan will be doing some more videos as well. So my next episode of what I watched on Netflix, which I mentioned in my video log, was going to be Fury, directed by David Ayer, who has directed some... Well, okay, so he's directed He's kind of a hard man to gauge, because End to Watch was a pretty good movie. He wrote Training Day. But he also directed Suicide Squad and Bright. So, I don't know. He's all right. Anyways, I have to say, though, the movie I watched, Fury, a World War II film starring Brad Pitt. And if you haven't noticed, my mustache that I kept is in honor of Shia LaBeouf's awesome stash. And I know you're probably going to laugh, but he actually is really good in this movie. I know. It blew me away. So the story behind Fury is it has to do with the American tanks in World War II and how the German tanks were much more powerful, like the Panzers. They outclassed any tank, any other tank. British, doesn't matter. So it follows Brad Pitt's crew, tank crew, their tank's called Fury, as they're basically, it's near the end of the war, and they're in Germany, and they're just kind of basically trying to wait out until the Germans surrender. So they're just kind of following different orders as they go, and one of their tank crew men gets killed, and we get a new guy comes in. He's just a cleric, like he works on computers. Well, I guess back then typewriters, not computers. And he's just kind of thrown into it, and he's taken over the gunner's seat. And we kind of, you're basically, he's your introduction, his eyes into what's happening, because he's new, he's green. So as an audience, you kind of relate to him. Brad Pitt's character is the hardened guy. What is it, John Bernthal, the guy that plays Punisher now. He's a hard guy as well, but he's not completely there. I think the war has kind of warped him. Then you have, I don't know the other guy's name. He's been in a few movies before. Let me look it up, because I feel bad if I don't actually say his name. Thankfully, I have everything right here. His name is Michael Pina. Pina. Mexican who... Well, I mean, he was born and raised in Chicago, so I guess I can't really call him Mexican. He was in Into Watch. He was the partner in Into Watch. That's where I know him from. Okay, and the new guy is Logan Lerman. And yeah, and Brad Pitt's character is Don, what is it, like, I don't know what his name, Don War Daddy something. I don't know, whatever. So the new guy comes in. He doesn't really want to kill any Germans. Because of his reluctance, good men die. And Brad Pitt's like, you have to kill Germans. You have to. I mean, this is war. You need to do it. So, I mean, there's some few harsh scenes showing what he needs to do, and I have to say his transition maybe into German killing machine is a little too rushed. But there's also some... there was one really nice scene I found where after they capture a town, Brad Pitt's character and the other guy's character, new guy, they go up into a building, and there's two German ladies there, really foxy ladies. It starts off really tense, the scene, because you don't know what's going to happen, but then things kind of, tone down, the tension kind of goes away, and it's a nice relaxing scene. And then tension's kind of peaked back up again when the rest of Brad Pitt's team come in. And that was a really good scene, although there was a weird dead horse story told during that scene, and Shia LaBeouf cries. I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. Anyways, as for the rest of the movie, it is a predictable film because you can kind of tell what's going to happen. As you get to the scene, you're like, okay, yeah, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. Like, it is very predictable film, but it's still really enjoyable. There's still a lot of harsh, like, violence, but it goes to great lengths to kind of show you what World War II was like. I mean, as best as it can. It also goes to show you that not all Germans, like even like the SS soldiers, not every one of them was like basically this evil killing machine. Like some of them may just be following orders, right? Like it's hard to say. But yeah, I think I really enjoyed it. David Ayer, like I said, not a big fan. Most of his films, probably no one really is a big fan of most of his films. But, I think he hit it out of the ballpark with this one. And I think a lot of people enjoyed it, I believe. It's no Saving Private Ryan, but it is a really good movie. And yeah, so that's what I watched on Netflix, Fury. If you haven't seen it yet, and you enjoy World War II kind of films, and like that like epic kind of camaraderie, and you bond with the characters, yet it is predictable. That's the kind of film Fury is, and I think you'll enjoy it. So that is what I watched on Netflix. I didn't really want to do anything super funny in this video except keep my terrible mustache because I thought poor taste to talk about a World War II film where a lot of people died and do something really funny. So I'm going to end it now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.